Hi pretty, welcome to Beauty Mundo. Today is all about fashion, la moda. Yes, I will be sharing with you guys 5 key tips to help you find your style and build your wardrobe. Make sure that you save this video so you can watch it as many times as you need. And of course, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. While doing research for this video, a lot of stylists talk about the 3-word rule, meaning you need to use 3 words to describe your style. Well, I have found though, before you can even get to the 3-word rule to describe your style, tip number 1 is going to be the 3-word rule to describe your personality. A big problem with not knowing how to find your style and build a really good wardrobe is you don't know you. So you need to do a little bit of digging, a little bit of soul searching, okay, to really figure out who am I as a person so that I can relate that and reflect that in my personal style. I'm not talking about your title, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a makeup artist. I'm not talking about those titles. I'm talking about who you are at your core, at your center. Who are you? So when I started thinking about this, usually in interviews and stuff, I have gotten asked, what's one word that you would describe you and your personality? And I've always said vivacious. But thinking about 3 words, I said, okay, vivacious, kind, relentless. I actually have that tattooed on me. 2017, it's a tough year. I came back from a lot. So I'm relentless. I'm a tough cookie. I am very kind. I have a very big heart. And I am the literal definition of vivacious. I always knew it meant like bubbly, energetic, stuff like that, synonyms like that. But when I Googled it for this video, it says lively and animated. Honey, if that ain't me, I don't know what is. Y'all, I have coral hair on camera. It picks up a little more red orange, but in person it is coral. I am wearing bold makeup, like I am as lively and animated probably as they come. But truly, that's just, it's not something that I tried to be. It is something that is not for everybody, okay? But I've had to accept who I am. And now that I've done that, I've really been able to curate a wardrobe and my own style, because when I was younger, you just, okay, this is trendy. I like that outfit on that girl. Sure, these are my favorite colors. Not necessarily thinking about the whole big picture. Sit down, think about maybe times your friends have described you, or even ask your friends if you feel kind of stuck with this exercise. Like, how would you describe me? If you could describe me in 2 to 3 words, what would you say? Ask your friend, your husband, your colleague, people that you feel close and comfortable with, non-judgmental, mean people who are gonna say nasty words to describe you, but people that you trust, and sit down and look over, because obviously I'm a lot more than just 3 words. You're a lot more than just 3 words. But to help you narrow it down, focus on 3 words. Who are you in those 3 words? Now, tip number 2, once we have our 3 words for our personality, then we can go and put them into 3 words to help us find our style. So what I was thinking about when I was making this video, and I actually had to do a little purge in my closet recently. I think it's always good to do that every 6 months or so. So maybe, yeah, biannually, maybe spring and winter. Really go through and say, does this really reflect? You know, sometimes we just get caught up and we just buy something, right? We all do it. Guilty, you're guilty, we're all guilty. But going through that purge and making this video, I'm like, okay, how does my personality match my style? When you think about your style, you really want to somehow attach it back to the 3 words for your personality. My style, my 3 words are feminine, creative, and glamorous. Oof. If I had to choose one, the glamour would probably be it, because I want everything. I don't care. I want everything to be glamorous. I love the glamour. I ooze it. I grew up loving Marilyn Monroe and old Hollywood, and more of that classic type of style I was always really, really drawn to. But the glamour part of it is just always called to me. And so I was thinking in relation to my personality, if I'm feminine, that's more of that soft side, right? So that can be in line with the kind. The creative side, obviously I'm an artist, but I didn't want to use the word artistic because in my mind, it's a little too, it's almost a little too narrow for me, which is crazy because I feel like I know it could be so broad. But for me, I almost feel like sometimes if you say an artist, people are like, okay, well, what's your art? Do you play the guitar? Do you write music? Play the piano, like some kind of instrument? Like, what do you paint? Like, what is your art? And I don't think in terms of that. I'm just so creative in so many different ways that because I was battling between, is my style artistic or creative? And I chose creative because I wanted to be a little bit more out of the box when I was thinking of words that described my style, because the creative umbrella just really allows me to, one day I can look like Miss Maisel. Oh my gosh, I live for the fashion of Miss Maisel, or Lainey Wilson. Oh my God, her fashion inspires me so much. And so that creative window just really, really allows me to feel comfortable in who I am. And that really relates to the vivacious. I'm animated, I'm lively. I'm not someone who is going to want to be in neutrals and things that are just more common. I like things that are a little bit more funky and unique. Also, sidebar, my cats are sick. So I just heard one kind of hacking. They have respiratory infections. So yes, we took them to the vet, but you know, it takes time. So if you hear a little hacking, don't mind them. As far as the Relentless goes, that doesn't, I mean, my style is like, it can be very edgy, so I think that comes into play, but Relentless doesn't really line up with glamour. So don't feel like, okay, if these are my personality words, they have to go exactly, perfectly line up and make sense with my style words. The point here is to just think a little bit out of the box, but you want to know who you are at your core so that you can understand what you're attracted to. My Relentless kind of edgy, tough personality makes me attracted to really like a rocker style. I've always loved Gwen Stefani is a huge style inspiration. Be open to them, but also remember it's not gonna be the end all be all. These words, whether it's for your personality or for your style, are a guide. Oh my goodness, when I go shopping, I could never step out of this. Fashion is an art, and so really, there's not supposed to be a box, honey. So get rid of that. Tip number 3 is Pinterest. Oh my God, what did we do before Pinterest? Mood boards, yes, but to help you find your style, Pinterest is huge. But I know it could be really overwhelming and sometimes very misleading. Clients have showed me pictures of like, oh, I want natural makeup, and they show me something on Pinterest and I'm like, ha, that is so not natural. My tip then is not just look on Pinterest, but you need to be a little bit more specific. So day to day, obviously our day-to-day style and what we do for our profession is going to be different than the nighttime. Start off small, okay? You want to do this in steps. You're not going to build a whole new wardrobe overnight in one shopping spree. Start with your profession. Start with your work wardrobe, because that's what you're going to wear the most. I don't know how often you go out, but obviously most of us work at least 5 times a week. So start with your profession. Look it up. With research, I just started looking up teacher style, like fun teacher style or stylish teacher outfits. I think if you put stylish or whatever adjective you want, chic, fun, whatever adjective you want to use, put that before your profession, because I think a lot of people are like, well, I'm in corporate America. How can I reflect my personality when I have such strict guidelines and whatever? I have to wear pencil skirts and cardigans, and that's not me. Honey, find a fun pencil skirt and a fun cardigan and make it work, okay? So look up on Pinterest, but be really strategic, be really specific so that you can get ideas. Now Pinterest is even doing where you can click a link of something that you see and then you can just buy it straight from there. So tip number 3, look up on Pinterest, but be specific and look up your profession. And then if you feel comfortable, look up night outfits and be specific. Where are you going? Night outfits for a wedding guest, night outfits for a beach vacation, night outfits for dinner with my husband. Be specific as you can, so you get a really curated feed, and it's going to be so much more helpful. Tip number 4 is all about color. So this is something I had to work on with, of course, myself, but my husband too. When we met, he's so happy, you guys. I married a model in my mind, okay? He's so gorgeous, but he, like many of us, myself included, was wearing a lot of the wrong colors. And I was like, no, you can't wear this color anymore. You can't wear this, like, X that. When I was young, I just would buy colors that I liked. So for an example, I love watercolors. I love pastels. Oh my goodness, I love pastels. Purple is one of my favorite colors. But until I really learned color theory and started really paying attention to my skin tone, and it took me a long time to really realize, like, wow, these certain shades of purple, gray, I have not one single clothing that I wear in public, because I have one house dress, so a dress that I do my chores in, that's gray. Gray is awful on me. So finding your color palette is so crucial, and I know that's not easy for everybody if you don't have a trained eye, but what I would recommend, okay, Google your features. So what I did for my husband, so he could see, he has taupey, a dirty blonde hair, he's fair, and he has light blue eyes. So I literally just typed fair, pink skin, I think I put ashy blonde hair, dirty blonde hair, light blue eyes, color palette. And then so all the articles start coming up. I, of course, would recommend, if you are able to go have someone actually like pay a professional and do your color test, life-changing. You will go with absolutely no makeup. They will examine your hair color, even if it's colored, they will tell you that's not right for you. A lot of women, when they get older, they'll do that platinum blonde, and that's a real that's a hard look to pull off. They want to cover their grays, so they go cool tone and platinum, but their skin is warm, so they need more of that Blake Lively, golden, warm, sun-kissed type of blonde. Myself, I am a neutral skin tone. I am a true neutral. I have an olive base. I am neutral. So I am not overly cool and I am not overly warm. What that does as far as clothing goes, I need saturation. Like this crazy bright hair, taking people's opinions personal, because people are always going to have an opinion. Color theory wise, this is a coral. Reds, warm tones are amazing on me because my skin is so neutral that I need a pop. I used to buy, for whatever reason, I think maybe because it's just very common in clothing, I would get a lot of gray. And when my color, well, when I was younger, I would color it like pitch black, but my natural color is very dark, but with a lot of red in its undertone. And so when I would wear these grays or really dark gray-based purples, I'm like, God, why do I feel like I look, and then I had my black hair, like there's no life in me. I looked dead. Like, why don't I feel pretty? Why don't I look pretty? How come I don't feel good? And then in contrast to that, if I wore a really nice fall type of burnt orange or tomato red or even a deeper olive green, I'm like, why do I like this so much? Opposed to pastels. I've had, you know, if my mom sees something and she's bought me, oh, Nikki, I saw this, I liked it for you, and it's like a pastel pink, and I'm like, shit, I look washed out because my skin is so neutral. I need color saturation. I need vibrancy. I need warmth. Jewel tones look amazing on me. Bright whites, black, bolder colors look really good on me. Where beige, a softer tan, browns that I can do like chocolatey rich browns, but just your very neutral tones on me, again, because hi, I'm neutral, I look dead. So you might be wearing colors like my husband that are too harsh. You're fair, you have softer skin, maybe you're that, and so pastels look great on you, but you're just buying, your favorite color is a limoncello, like you want to wear neon or something, but you can't quite figure out why you love the color, but when you're getting dressed, you just don't feel pretty. And I am telling you, a huge part of feeling pretty is knowing your color palette. So if you can pay somebody, because they'll help you pick out your makeup. They'll help you with all of it. It's actually something I want to get certified in because even though I help people makeup wise, I want to help people in depth in fashion, because I always said if I wasn't going to be a makeup artist, I would love to be a stylist, because they go hand in hand. Your good makeup, your hair, the clothes, the jewelry, it all ties in together. Find your color palette. It will be the most impactful. Tip number 5. So tip number 5 is when you are doing anything new, okay, it's gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna feel weird. You may even feel ugly. You have to. I cannot stress this enough though. You have to push yourself outside of your box. There's no more box. I know for all of my left brainers, all my logical people, get rid of it, erase it, burn it, whatever. I'm like, burn it like a lighter. Burn it, get rid of it. You have to get rid of your box, because on the other side of fear is, people say this all the time, right? Just in life, on the other side of fear is something so incredible waiting for you. I am wearing a red lip today. It is actually the first red lip that I ever wore. And in high school, I would wear fun eyeshadow. And at the time, because lip fillers were not a thing, I was very insecure about my fuller lips. And so I only wore clear gloss, or like a very nude gloss. And I had a friend take me to the MAC counter, and it was New Year's Eve, and I picked Ruby Woo, or they picked it for me, her and the MAC artist picked Ruby Woo, and I was like, y'all, I look terrible. This is like, I am so insecure. I wanted to just scream and run, and my friend was like, no, we're doing this, we're going out tonight, and then you're wearing this lip. Mind you, growing up loving that vintage and classic style, I've always loved a red lip, but I never thought it would look good on me. I was so scared, and I really had to push myself out of my comfort zone and out of my box. And funny enough, I actually got a lot of compliments that night, which of course was always gonna make you feel better. But even still, I was like, really? Y'all aren't just trying to be nice. And now I am a red lip whore, okay? I'm a red lip connoisseur. I got married in a red lip. I'm gonna be buried in a red lip. I mean, it's so hard for me not to wear red with everything, especially now with the coral hair. Oh, it looks so good, you guys. My mermaid dreams came true with this hair, and I'm living. But you will feel uncomfortable, and my tip is you need to distinguish disgust from fear. If you put something on, and I'm not talking about like, oh, I hate my body, I look disgusting. That's, you know, all of us, every woman all over the world. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, you see something, you see an outfit, and you're just absolutely repulsed. You know, that is not me at all whatsoever. It doesn't align with my personality. It doesn't align with my fashion words. It doesn't align with my color palette. That is just gross, you know. Or, ooh, I don't know, that's like me with the lip. Like, that's really bold. I don't think that's gonna look good on me. I think I'm gonna look really ugly. There's a difference from disgust and fear. So you really, again, you really need to know yourself. Fashion, like, people really, I think certain people really underestimate the power of fashion and how incredible and how confident and how much it can truly change your life. The way that you can own a room and walk in to a first date, a board meeting, a college presentation, an interview, whatever it is, when you have the right hair, makeup, outfit, everything is aligned, I mean, you can conquer the world, truly. You need to get over your fear and really push yourself. And if you're able to afford a stylist, find someone that you can trust, that you feel confident, like, okay, this person has really good style, whether you have to pay for it or whether it's a friend, whether it's just someone you see, an associate on the sales floor. Grab that person, because another example, my wedding dress. I had envisioned a very Marilyn Monroe type dress. I wanted something fitted. I wanted to show my body. I wanted to be glamorous, a little bit sexy, but still very timeless. There, but not like crazy overdone. So I'm there with my stylist here in Dallas. If you are in Dallas, you have to go see Kathy at Stardust in Plano. She grabs me what I like, what I think is gonna be right for me. And mind you, at this point, I've already tried on so many dresses. And she just grabbed, you know what? I'm gonna grab this dress. It's in your size. And it was nothing that I had wanted. I put that one on first. She's like, why don't we just try this one first? We're gonna eliminate it if you hate it. Okay. That was my dress. I put it on, ball gown. It was fitted at the top, but a ball gown. It had everything that I wanted. It had that little bit of pop. It was romantic. I added off the shoulder sleeves because I feel anything, bless you, anything off the shoulder is so damn feminine and romantic, and I just love it. I would have never picked that for myself. So find people that you can trust and just get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Just take that leap of faith, and you'd be surprised what magic you can make happen. Okay, darlings, that is all for today's video. What questions do you have for me? I am here. I want to know everything. I want to hear everything, all of your questions, any of your concerns. Leave them for me in the comment. And if I had really 2 takeaways, knowing your personality before you can even describe your style words. Get your personality words, because if you're someone practical, analytical, or if you're more free-spirited, if you're edgy, if you're lively, whatever your personality is, that really needs to be reflected within your style. You're gonna do a purge, go through your closet. I actually organized mine by color. That's gonna really help too, so that you can see, what do I need more of? I have too much black, y'all. Makeup artists, we're like always in black. I want more print. So you're gonna have to go through a purge. You're gonna have to go through your closet. You're really gonna have to analyze. But my 2 biggest takeaways: know your color, get your color analysis, and really sit down and think about your personality, so you can find that and reflect that within your style, so you can feel more like you. Because guess what, honey, there ain't nobody better than you. Nobody can do it the way you do. So let's bring that out. All of the beautiful parts of you, let's bring that out. Thank you again so much, guys. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until the next one, my darlings, remember, it's you. You are the magic behind the makeup, and I will see you soon. Mwah! Toodaloo.